on this impeachment. Kasi parang ang dating interview siya on the street eh. Parang
Yes,
man on
parang,
the street. Well, clearly it was not real people, di ba? Alam naman natin. And then later, nung pinoint out na, kumambyo na kahit hindi AI yan, importante yung message. So, for me, yun yung subtle parang switch that made me react. Na either you thought it was real, tapos ngayon okay lang na hindi pala siya real. Those are two different things. Mas madali siguro, in my view, to say, akala ko totoo. Pero ito yung view ko about impeachment. Then, nobody would have actually, may magre-react, pero it wouldn't be as bad as it was. No? And that's why I had to come in and basically say, kung kahit sino-sino lang siguro, maybe pwedeng palampasin. But if you're in a position of power,
correct,
you're in a position of influence, maraming maniniwala sa'yo just because you are in the position.
Correct.
And,
That's right.
and so it's incumbent on anyone. Doesn't matter whether you're on one side or the other. Hindi siya issue of political partisanship eh. It's an issue of totoo ba yung media na okay naman. For me, I use AI a lot. Pero I will disclose this is an AI generated video.
Correct.
Never at never kung sasabihin na ito totoo to pero actually AI generated. I think that's the slippery slope eh. The moment palagpasin natin yung mga ganyan, then wala na, no? Yan ang challenge natin.
I also, in reaction to that, I also find it lazy. It's lazy for me. I mean, to create just an AI video to see the reaction of whatever it is, to get an opinion of somebody. I mean, talamak na talamak, you have content creators on your end, and you could have done an actual Kalye survey with real people, and then get their opinion about the impeachment if that's what you really want. So for me, it's so lazy na mag-create ka na lang ng AI video na ganun when you can just get on the street and ask the people.
And I'm sure you'll find people on both sides. You cherry pick if you want. Pero yung sinasabi mong lazy, actually may dalawang sides yan eh. Lazy siya because obviously it's easier to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think yun din yung isa pang dapat paghandaan natin, even as citizens, yung ability na to generate, tawag dyan, synthetic media or deep fakes. Super dali. And that means yung ability mo to produce na sana hindi fake news is so easy, especially if you're in a politically charged environment, lalo na ngayon, no? Kakatapos lang na election, there's an impeachment going on. I think we have to warn everyone na dapat mag-ingat tayo. Na yung nakikita mo na anywhere on TV or in social media, you have to be skeptical agad. Di katulad dati, basta may video, totoo yan. Nahuli ng CCTV camera yan. Totoo. Ngayon, you could probably fake a CCTV footage. That's the bigger implication. You can now fake images, CCTV footage. Paano kung kailangan mo yung footage na yon, let's say in court, to prove or debunk a crime? Hindi mo na magagamit ang video kasi someone can always say, nako, na AI mo yan.
Inadmissible na.
Paano ang problema dyan, and I have to warn everyone about this, yung mga AI detectors, hindi siya reliable. Diba? Naalala nyo yung controversy dun sa Pulveron video?
Yeah.
Ang haba nung debate na yun. No? Eventually, it was debunked. Pero it was he said, she said up until the very end.
Yeah.
So ngayon, buti na lang yung mismong video na na-share, obviously naman, talagang
it was very poor quality.
Tsaka pag tititigan mo yung mga detalye, yung mga tricycle, hindi naman talaga from the Philippines. I think it was parang generated footage of Bangkok. Parang ganyan. Medyo Thailand ang dating. Nagkataon lang na yung features nung alleged interviewee na fake, mukha namang Pinoy kasi halos pareho ng features natin.
Mukha
Southeast Asian tayo. Pero that's the thing eh. Tayo, we would know. O yung mga mahilig pumuntang Thailand would know. Pero ang karamihan ba ng mga nanonood would know?
Especially yung the masses, yung mga masa talaga na yung access lang phone, internet. Hindi naman, kumbaga hindi sila super well educated with regard to technology.
Or
so
yung
makita
hindi sanay
nila.
na i-doubt mo yung nakikita mo online. Kasi tayo, talagang pag nakita mo sa mobile,
kagad, diba?
Dire-diretso. Yung iba, parang, tinan mo, may interview tuloy. So you see how it compounds. Tapos later, kung na-point out na nga, yung pagcambio is the dangerous part eh.
Yeah.
Kasi, you believe whatever you wanna believe, insist what you wanna insist on, it's your politics, right?
Correct.
Pero parang binaliktad mo yung sinabi mo na dati, allegedly, dapat nakikinig tayo sa mga bata. Ngayon, AI pala siya. O it doesn't matter, basta ito yung message. Yun yung delikado. Pag lumagpas yun, then wala na. Parang we're going to tolerate any synthetic media na. And it's dangerous kasi medyo hindi masyadong umiksena ang deepfakes, pansin nyo nung election.
Yeah.
Hindi masyado. Actually, pinagsasabihan nga ako. I've been warning about this since 2018 pa. Parang sabi nila, Doc, wala naman pala eh. Parang ganon. Ngayon biglang parang nadaplisan lang tayo after the election siya lumabas. So we have to be ready by 2028. It's probably going to be rampant.
Yan na yan.
Yun na yun eh, di ba?
And what's really bothersome is yung fact na they don't care, alam nila na it's fake. They know that it's fake. Pero pinaninindigan nila yung message daw. Ngayon, there was this one na nag-comment actually sa page natin, sa 31 Million Movement. Nag-comment siya na they know that it's fake. And she was insisting na but the messaging is so talagang basically she just admitted na they're spreading it purposely because of the actual message but not because it was fake. So when the video is fake in itself, so what does it how does it connect whether the message is real or not? Kasi yan, opinion lang yan ng whoever created
made
that.
The video.
Exactly.
Okay, yun na yung version 2. Di sana hindi nangyari yung version 1 na kesyo makinig tayo sa mga youth. Di ba yun eh? Kasi since sinabi mo yun, parang pinalabas mo na totoo siya.
Yeah.
And then later kinambyo mo. Dapat diniretso mo na lang na buti na lang tong mga AI na to sinasabi ang ganyan. And then quits, di ba? So I feel yun eh. That's really what I'm complaining about. Anyway, complained about. Na own up to that. Kasi if you don't, yun na. Marami nang lulusot.
Okay lang sana, Doc at Martina, kung pag-post, sinabi na kaagad na, ito, AI ito yung naniniwala ako sa messaging, so kahit na AI.
Yeah,
at least I
agree with
in
the
fact,
message.
there were a number of other deepfakes na I think parang kumontra naman. Pero yun, self-admitted. Kahit ako, AI ako, ito ang paniniwala ko. In a way, it was kind of satirical eh.
Yeah.
Na buti pa yung AI may talino. Pero yun, the fair game na yun. No? Pero yung first offense talaga was to attempt to let it pass as truth.
Yeah.
And then later ikambyo mo. That's parang in a way na
na-defeat mo na. Nabuking lang kasi,
yung purpose
Doc. Nabuking
sana
lang.
pinanindigan na lang niya. I think pinanindigan niya yung fact na nakapagkalat siya, ayaw niya na lang aminin na fake yung kinalat niya. Yeah. So, para mapagtakpan, parang just to cover it up or just to save himself, no? Na, yung messaging na lang, inano na lang niya yung message. But then again, that's just one person whoever created that. That's not an opinion of the masses, di ba?
Tapos, ang masama pa nito, tinanong yung BP, ang layo din ang sagot.
Diba?
Yeah, I think that was more of parang parang justify mo na yung maling justification. Kasi the statement was at least hindi pinagkakakitaan. I think that's another level of complexity na sige, somebody's trying to scam you and in fact ginagamit nga tong mga methods na to scam. Pero balik tayo sa topic. The topic was the politics of it and the attempt to make it look real. No? So, actually, yung broader challenge ko dyan ngayon, and in fact, for those who were yung mga kumukontra sa akin, sabi nila, ba't hindi mo pinupuna yung admin? Actually, I did. Diba? There was a story about an agency who was using ChatGPT na nahuli ng ChatGPT. I put that out, no? So, hindi talaga siya political. Pero, for me, the bigger issue is, lumabas na ang AI tsaka deepfakes in politics, talagang explicitly.
Yeah.
Para na siyang arms race, no? Parang, so nag-level up na siya. Dati ballistic missiles, ngayon nuclear weapons na. Parang ganoon. Dati cheap fakes, ngayon deepfakes na. So I think the concern is dapat ready na tayo as the electorate or as citizens. Huwag na tayong madaling maniniwala sa kahit ano makita natin. Kasi you can bet kahit ngayon, napapansin na natin fake, in the near future, gaganda at gaganda pa yung technology. It will be indistinguishable from reality. No?
Kasi ngayon, tayong mga talamak sa social media and those who are very aware of AI videos.
Madali lang.
Alam mo ka
medyo mapipick up mo agad, diba?
Kasi yung the way how it was taken, diba? Parang sobrang polished eh. You know, even the high HD na video, na real videos, this is not as polished as ang kinis nung mukha. Kasi I've been watching this content creator and I find it funny kasi he was doing like this AI videos of OFWs in Egypt creating the pyramid.
Oo, lupit nga.
I find it super funny.
Pero yun, satire yun.
Oo, satire
okay
talaga yun.
Sobrang,
yun talaga na-appreciate ko yung AI doon kasi you thought of that, and I find it, I mean, if you're gonna use it for something like that, I would really appreciate. Pero yung ganito, and then ikakalat pa ng one of the highest person in government, ipapakalat mo ng ganyan, and then instead na umamin ka na lang na mali yung ginawa mo, pero hindi ka
So for me, remove the political color.
Yeah.
And then judge it for what it was. An attempt to pass a fake video as true, and then later kinambyo. Again, we cannot naman dictate how you want your politics, if you want to support one or the other. Pero yun nga, I'm focusing on the issue of the fake media. Wag nating sabihing totoo yan. No? Actually, I'll share the clue that I saw immediately, knowing it was fake. Yung audio, parang isang tao lang. Diba? Yung ini-interview. Pero yung video, parang papalit-palit ng scene. And I think that's going to be at least the easiest tell. Kasi normally, generate mo yung video and audio separately.
Yeah.
Pero, on the other hand, yung isang medyo napaka-impressive is, kuha na niya yung punto ng Pinoy. The accent was Pinoy.
Yeah, actually.
Dire-diretso siya. So, back in the day, mahuhuli mo na parang medyo fake yung accent.
Pagka-slang.
Ngayon hindi na. So can you imagine, it's only been a number of months since yung mga voice AI has
mas lalo na, no?
Ang bilis ng development.
Maganda pa yan, lalo. So ang kalaban mo na lang dito, yung brain mo. Yung talagang, you have to question what you see.
Yeah, discernment talaga. No?
And lalo na, actually, it affects extremes Yung mga nakakatanda, syempre hindi sanay dyan, dapat i-advise natin. At saka yung mga super bata naman, na wala nang alam kundi social media, sila rin mauuto. No? It's those of us who kind of lived in two worlds, yung mga before social and after, during social. Medyo kita natin yung change. And then eventually, it'll all be mga Gen Alpha tsaka Gen Beta na wala nang alam kundi AI. Sila dapat yung iingatan natin na hindi madadala dyan.
Grabe. Yan.
Anong reaction mo dun sa Dun sa
sa tingin ko kasi yun ang naratibo kasi na gusto nilang i-spread, no, na kahit Gen Z, mga kabataan ay ayaw ng impeachment. At parang gusto nilang impluwensyahan yung isipan ng mamamayang Filipino na ito nga mga Gen Z o mabuti pa sila o alam nila yung nangyayari, ayaw. So nandun talaga yung makikita mo political, yung pinaka-reason, no? Purpose. Politika talaga, no? Para ma-impluwensyahan yung mamamayang Filipino. Kaya doon siya nagiging mali. Kasi andun yung motibo. Mali ang motibo. Na ongoing ngayon yung impeachment, di ba? Na panawagan ng mga Pilipino na ituloy na yung impeachment. Na hanggang ngayon ay wala pa ring trial.
Oo.
Actually, that's a double-edged blade din Kasi I think it made it worse na senator judge yung gumawa.
Correct.
Exactly.
Parang I mean, forget about the color, forget about the partisanship. If you're a judge, you should not be making statements like that.
Correct.
Exactly. Kasi nagiging obvious yung partiality mo dun sa So judge ka nga, 'di ba? Alam mo, if I may suggest to him, to Senator Bato, I would suggest, sir, punta ka na lang mismo sa kalye, ikaw mismo mag-interview ng mga kabataan, 'di ba? Para hindi ka naboboljak ng ganyan ng mga netizens. Kasi sobrang obvious Tapos paninindigan mo pa na mali ka, 'di ba? So maglakad-lakad ka sa kalye, marami naman tao, I'm sure, marami makakilala sa iyo, 'di magtanong ka ng opinion nila if that's the case. Kung yan talaga yung gusto mong mangyari.
Correct.
'Di ba no? So anyway, sa mga ganito, Doc, no? Like, especially since medyo nagsisimula na siya maging talamak. Sa tingin nyo, ano pang magiging gamit nitong ganitong klaseng AI sa future ng Pilipinas? Not just in politics, but let's say in a general sense sa buong bansa. Not just the politics, but the government itself.
Well, I think, and this is something I'll be talking to some people about this coming week. We have to prepare na yung lahat ng content creation AI-driven na. No? Ngayon, video is there. Shortly before that, there was audio, there was images. And marami ring implications yan for those of us who are in the creative fields, diba? In fact, rinereklamo na ng mga artists yan na dati sila ang hinahire, ngayon hindi na. Now, I think naman it's not 100% negative. Just like once upon a time, photography was seen as a threat to painting. And then ngayon, ginagamit na ang pictures as part of the painting process, no? Lalo na papagawa ka ng portrait. So, there will be this transition na if you're a creator, dati hindi ka gumagamit ng AI, gagamit ka na rin ng AI. That's one. Marketing, advertising, halos lahat magiging AI na yan. Kasi it's just simply too easy to do.
Mas mabilis.
So kung gagawa ka mano-mano, you can obviously still do it. Pero you will always be behind the curve in terms of productivity. On the other hand, I think tataas ang value ng mga, let's say, artwork that is purely human-made. Kasi it's very rare na.
That's true.
Just like authentic paintings, mahal na ngayon.
Even now, even sa bags and even shoes, if it's handmade, ito talaga parang
craftsmen
basta even it's pag handmade talaga, it's really much pricey, no? Talagang, so, which is maganda. Which is, I think it adds value, no? Dun sa mga talagang hard-earned labor.
Napapaisip tuloy ako, Martina, tsaka Doc, no? Na umpisahan ko na yung mga painting ko.
If you're into painting, you should pursue it, no?
Yeah.
On the other hand, yung mga commercial artists ang medyo kailangan may mag-decide Kasi they're the ones who sell their artwork actively.
Yeah.
Little things like if you're a logo maker,
yung mga graphic artists.
you can instantly generate